Hi guys.
Without wasting time, here are the 6 most disturbing YouTube rabbit holes I found. The Daisy Brown YouTube channel captivated viewers between 2017 and 2018 with its unsettling and deeply cryptic content. On the surface, it seemed to tell the story of Daisy, a young woman living in isolation with a creature named Alan, described as a monster created by her scientist father. But the channel wasn't just about bizarre visuals. Through fragmented storytelling and eerie videos, it explored themes of loneliness, trauma, and the weight of abandonment. The ambiguity surrounding Daisy's story, whether it was an elaborate performance art piece, a metaphorical tale, or something else entirely, drew audiences into one of YouTube's most disturbing rabbit holes. The story begins with Daisy's first video, How I Feed Alan, uploaded on July 18th, 2017. In this video, Daisy introduces herself and Alan, a slimy, humanoid creature with unsettling, foggy white eyes. Alan, who is blind, relies on Daisy for his survival, and she explains the process of feeding him. The act itself is strange, involving a specific blend of nutrients and a methodical routine.
So I'm gonna feed him these little sugar tablets. So he is blind. He might be confused. Alan? Here we go. Come on.
His grotesque appearance, combined with Daisy's earnest and slightly nervous demeanor, immediately set the tone for the channel. Was this just quirky storytelling, or was there a deeper, more chilling intent behind it? Some assumed it was a performance art project, designed to provoke discussion and evoke discomfort. Others were unsettled by the rawness of Daisy's emotions, her slight hesitation in speech, and the way she avoided making prolonged eye contact with the camera. This authenticity left some questioning if parts of the story were rooted in reality. The intrigue deepened with her second video, At the Zoo. At first glance it appeared mundane. Daisy films animals like monkeys and lemurs during a visit to the zoo. But when captions are enabled, hidden messages emerge, such as the silence of loneliness and the silence of longing. These phrases don't align with the cheerful zoo setting, instead offering a window into Daisy's internal struggles. This juxtaposition of light-hearted visuals and dark, introspective captions added a psychological layer to the channel, leaving viewers wondering about Daisy's mental state. Was she expressing her feelings of isolation and yearning for connection? Or were these captions clues pointing to a larger, more ominous narrative? Over time, Daisy began revealing fragments of her life. In Let's Chat About My Dad, Science Alan in the Basement, she shares that her father was a scientist who specialized in genetics and DNA experiments. According to Daisy, Alan was one of her father's creations, left in her care when she was still a child. Her father's strict rules forbade her from entering the basement, citing dangerous black mold as the reason. Eventually, her father disappeared without explanation, leaving Daisy to care for Alan and the mysteries he left behind. Daisy's relationship with Alan became the channel's focal point. Initially portrayed as a helpless creature entirely dependent on her, Alan began to change, both physically and behaviorally. In one particularly unsettling video, Alan pulls out a chunk of Daisy's hair during a fit of frustration.
Hi guys, it's Daisy Brown here. Alan pulled my hair out. So if you're wondering in the next video why my hair is a lot.
Daisy is visibly shaken but rationalizes Alan's actions, attributing them to physical pain or emotional stress. Her justification is a recurring theme, as she tries to balance her growing fear with her sense of duty toward him. However, Alan's hostility becomes harder to ignore. His behavior grows more aggressive, and his developing ability to communicate, through captions overlaying his guttural sounds, reveals a sinister side. Alan begins to express resentment toward Daisy, claiming superiority and demanding answers about her father's whereabouts. In an attempt to distract herself from Alan's increasing aggression, Daisy explores her attic, searching for remnants of her father's experiments. While she finds odd items, including tools and papers, nothing provides clear answers. Her tone oscillates between hope and despair during these moments, highlighting her emotional turmoil. Seeking companionship, Daisy adopts a cat named Strawberry. But this brief moment of joy takes a dark turn when Strawberry is left alone with Alan. In a later video, Daisy buries the cat, heavily implying Alan's involvement in its death. This marks a turning point in their relationship. Daisy's fear of Alan begins to eclipse her affection, and her once unwavering dedication starts to crack. One of the most climactic moments occurs when Daisy ventures into the forbidden basement. Overcoming her father's warnings about mold, she descends into the dark, expecting danger. Instead, she finds remnants of her father's work, peculiar, abandoned experiments, including a sentient, plant-like entity. Shaken, Daisy flees the basement and returns upstairs, only to be confronted by Alan, whose hostility is now unmistakable. The channel's final video, is its most emotional. Daisy, now visibly bruised and exhausted, packs her belongings in an attempt to leave the house. Her determination is mixed with fear as she records herself preparing to escape. Alan confronts her, accusing her of abandoning him. The confrontation turns physical, with Daisy ultimately overpowering Alan and fleeing the house.
Oh, the gang's all here. Your father hated that three-eyed thing. You know that, right? Said she was a waste of parts. No wonder you like her so much.
Let me go!
Dad would have hated you for this.
I'm not Dad!
Look who grew some lip.
Ow!
Daisy, no!
The video ends with a haunting scene. Daisy sitting outdoors, tears streaming down her face as she films the sky. This ambiguous ending left viewers with a sense of relief but also unease, as many questions about Daisy's journey and Alan's origins remain unanswered. Throughout the channel, Daisy's mental and emotional state deteriorates in parallel with Alan's transformation. Early videos depict her as naive yet devoted, willing to care for Alan despite his grotesque appearance and erratic behavior. However, as Alan grows more intelligent and manipulative, Daisy's isolation and despair become more apparent. Her trembling voice, cryptic captions, and increasing desperation reveal the toll of her circumstances. Alan's development adds another layer of complexity to the story. Starting as a helpless creature, he evolves into a sentient and hostile force. Alan's growing intelligence and aggression make him a constant source of tension, driving Daisy to her breaking point. The ambiguity of Daisy Brown has kept viewers captivated for years. Some interpret the channel as a metaphor for grief and trauma, with Alan representing unresolved pain and emotional baggage. Others view it as a chilling psychological horror narrative, blurring the line between fiction and reality. The inclusion of hidden messages, emotional storytelling, and unsettling visuals ensures that the channel defies easy categorization. Let's talk about the next rabbit hole. Let's talk about Shay St. John, one of the most disturbing figures in early YouTube culture. Shay is a surreal, mannequin-like character who gained a reputation for her bizarre and unsettling videos. She often appeared on disturbing top 10 lists, leaving viewers both intrigued and uneasy. But there's more to Shay than just her creepy aesthetic. Her story dives deep into themes of tragedy, fame, and exploitation. Shay St. John was created by Eric Fournier, an artist born in 1969 in Bloomington, Indiana. Fournier had a background in punk music during the 1990s and was known for his offbeat creativity. Despite his artistic flair, he avoided the spotlight, focusing instead on his passion for filmmaking. This led to the birth of Shay St. John in the early 2000s, a character with a tragic backstory. Shay is portrayed as a former model who lost her limbs in a train accident and endured mind control experiments, leaving her as the so-called most implanted person in the world. Fournier initially uploaded Shay's videos on LiveJournal. These were marked by frantic editing and deeply unsettling visuals. Shay often appeared with a doll named Kiki, who was said to have telekinetic powers. Together they acted out surreal, disjointed scenes. Fournier also collaborated with Carl Crew, a Hollywood nightclub owner, to expand Shay's content. Crew described their creative process as intuitive, with Shay's character almost taking on a life of its own. One major event in Shay's journey was the 2002 screening of her video Trigger Turkey Day at the New Art Theater in Los Angeles. The bizarre performance baffled the audience, including figures like Lenora Claire, who later befriended Shay online. What Claire didn't realize at the time was that the man behind the mask was Eric Fournier himself. By 2006, Shay's content found its way to YouTube, where her unnerving videos developed a cult following. However, the uploads slowed down around 2008, coinciding with Fournier's collaboration with filmmaker Larry Wessel, who described his work as maximalist, a stark contrast to the minimalist trends of the time. Tragically, Fournier's story ended in 2010, when he passed away due to alcohol addiction. Following his death, there were cryptic mentions of Shay being placed in witness protection, a chilling nod to the themes of control and abuse woven throughout her narrative. Shay's videos, referred to as triggers, are a fever dream of nonsensical dialogue and surreal scenarios. But beneath the chaos lies a scathing critique of the entertainment industry and its exploitation of vulnerable individuals. Characters like Kiki and Kristen seem to symbolize childhood innocence corrupted by fame's darker side. For instance, Kiki, often depicted as damaged or burned, could represent the toll that the industry takes on young performers. Throughout these videos, themes of neglect, manipulation, and the desperate need for validation emerge. Shay's fixation on her appearance and her interactions with Kiki hint at a longing for connection and acceptance. The use of dolls further amplifies the metaphor of exploited innocence, with Kiki and Kristen embodying the fragile line between childhood and the harsh realities of fame. Shay's website added another layer to her mystique. It's described as a digital labyrinth filled with bizarre narratives, videos, and images, offering fans a deeper dive into her surreal world. This online presence became essential to understanding the character's complexity and the haunting commentary embedded in her story.
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! There's things in your apples, apples, there's things apples. Happy Halloween! If there's things apple, eat it! Oh, don't let me forget Gwyneth Paltrow and her luscious little hands and feet. She's gonna be a dagger for Halloween.
Even after Fournier's death, Shay St. John's legacy endures. Her unsettling videos continue to inspire a cult following, with fans creating their own interpretations and tributes. Shay is more than a disturbing rabbit hole. She's a commentary on fame, identity, and the human experience. Some corners of YouTube are strange, others unsettling. And then there's 01A51CD0. This cryptic and deeply eerie channel quickly became one of the most unnerving rabbit holes ever explored. At first glance, it seems like the kind of strange, obscure channel you might stumble upon by accident. But the deeper you go, the more you realize that 01A51CD0 wasn't just bizarre for the sake of it. It was intentionally crafted to disturb, intrigue, and leave viewers questioning reality. When you first encounter the channel, the first thing that strikes you is its unsettling aesthetic. The thumbnails are strange and warped, featuring abstract or grotesque imagery that seems designed to make you uncomfortable. Adding to the channel's mystery are its upside-down video titles, written using flipped special characters. On its own, it seems unremarkable, but combined with the cryptic nature of the channel, it pulls you deeper into its strange and haunting world. The videos on 01A51CD0 range from abstract to outright disturbing. Why would someone create a channel like this? What was the purpose behind these bizarre videos? Was it simply meant to be creepy? Or was there a deeper story hidden beneath the surface? I discovered that 01A51CD0 had been active for years. Some of its earlier videos had been deleted, suggesting that the current collection wasn't the full story. This deliberate omission made the channel feel even more cryptic, as though it was hiding something. On Reddit, users had painstakingly pieced together hidden clues scattered throughout the channel's videos. By analyzing titles, captions, and even the content itself, they uncovered a cryptic sentence. Waiting patiently, watching you. Did you see us? It's not over. Welcome back. The wait is over. It felt like the channel was speaking directly to its viewers, as if it was aware of their presence. What made it even stranger was that some of the words didn't match any visible video titles, suggesting there were hidden layers to the channel that viewers hadn't fully uncovered. The question remained, why would someone go to such lengths to create this channel? Turns out that 01A51CD0 is part of an ARG, or alternate reality game, created by a gaming YouTuber named Blame Truth. For those unfamiliar, ARGs are immersive storytelling experiences that blend fiction with reality. They use platforms like YouTube, social media, and websites to create narratives that engage audiences directly. ARGs challenge viewers to solve puzzles, decipher hidden messages, and actively participate in unraveling the story. And 01A51CD0? It was just one piece of a much larger, interconnected web. I came across this playlist called The Recordings ARG, Complete Chronological, which compiled nearly 100 videos across multiple YouTube channels, all part of the same ARG. The level of detail was astounding. Each channel had its own distinct style and aesthetic, but they all shared the same eerie, disjointed atmosphere. Together, they painted a picture of a fragmented narrative that was as chilling as it was compelling. ARGs like this are so compelling because they don't just ask you to watch, they ask you to participate. Solving puzzles, finding hidden meanings, and piecing together the story makes you feel like an active part of the narrative. 01A51CD0 wasn't just a creepy YouTube channel. It was a gateway into an interactive, immersive experience that used mystery and unease to draw viewers in. At times, it feels like the channel is watching you as much as you are watching it. 01A51CD0 is a mystery that leaves you with more questions than answers, but perhaps that's the point. Whether you see it as an artistic experiment, a creepy diversion, or a storytelling masterpiece, one thing is clear. It's a rabbit hole you won't forget anytime soon. By now you might have gotten the idea that the internet has no shortage of mysteries, but few are as enigmatic as Unfavorable Semicircle. Its cryptic content, relentless uploads, and abrupt disappearance have cemented it as one of the most puzzling phenomena in YouTube's history. The channel appeared without fanfare on March 30th, 2015, quickly amassing a cult following captivated by its bizarre and seemingly indecipherable content. Despite its brief existence, Unfavorable Semicircle has left a lasting legacy, inspiring countless theories and leaving even the most diligent investigators scratching their heads. The first upload from the channel appeared on April 5th, 2015, and the floodgates opened. By its peak, Unfavorable Semicircle was posting 2 to 3 videos every few minutes, eventually amassing an astonishing 84,000 uploads in under a year. These weren't standard YouTube videos with coherent themes or stories. Most were mere seconds long, featuring distorted audio, pixelated visuals, and cryptic titles. Occasionally, the uploads defied even these loose conventions. One video ran for an unnervingly silent 11 hours. Initially, the channel lingered in obscurity, drawing only a handful of curious onlookers. That changed when it began gaining traction in niche online communities, including Reddit forums like Unexplained Photos and deep into YouTube. Enthusiasts soon created a dedicated subreddit where amateur sleuths collaborated to analyze the videos and speculate about their meaning. As word spread, the mystery attracted mainstream attention, with outlets like Atlas Obscura and BBC News covering the phenomenon. However, this publicity proved to be the channel's undoing. On February 25, 2016, mere hours after the BBC article went live, YouTube terminated Unfavorable Semicircle, citing violations of its policies against spam and misleading content. For many, the channel's termination only deepened the intrigue. Comparisons quickly emerged between Unfavorable Semicircle and WebDriver Torso, another mysterious YouTube channel that had once puzzled viewers with its endless stream of minimalist videos. Eventually revealed to be a Google project testing video quality, WebDriver Torso shared some similarities with Unfavorable Semicircle, but the latter was far more intricate. Its videos featured pixelated imagery, unsettling sounds, and even human voices reading numbers or letters. Unfavorable Semicircle felt haunting, as though its creator was inviting viewers to solve an impossible puzzle. The titles of the videos were just as cryptic as their content. Many included the Sagittarius zodiac symbol, random 6-digit numbers, or both. These inconsistencies sparked endless speculation. The deliberate inclusion of recognizable elements hinted at intent, suggesting the channel was more than random noise. Adding to the channel's mystique were reports of strange technical anomalies. Some users claimed that their devices malfunctioned while playing the videos, or continued running the content even after the duration bar had ended. These glitches fueled one of the more grounded theories, that Unfavorable Semicircle was a test bed for YouTube's compression algorithms, or an experiment exploiting platform vulnerabilities. While unproven, this hypothesis gained traction among those trying to ascribe a practical purpose to the seemingly nonsensical channel. Among the sea of uploads, 2 videos, Lock and D-Lock, emerged as focal points for the community. Uploaded in July and December 2015, respectively, these entries stood out for their length and content. Lock ran for over 27 minutes, pairing flashing colors with an unnerving, warped soundtrack. D-Lock presented a fragmented series of uploads before culminating in a complete version, notable for its eerie, echoing scream. These videos felt purposeful, as though they were central pieces in the channel's grand puzzle. Enthusiasts spent countless hours dissecting them, searching for patterns, hidden messages, or connections to other uploads. As the mystery deepened, dedicated fans took on the monumental task of preserving and analyzing the channel's vast archive. Among the discoveries was an intriguing detail from the video lock. Overlapping its frames revealed a semicircular image, reinforcing the idea that the visuals were more than random noise. Others uncovered 3D composites resembling celestial bodies, further tying the channel's theme to astrology. Theories about Unfavorable Semicircle abound, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some believe it to be an avant-garde art project, akin to outsider art that intentionally defies conventional understanding. Others see parallels with recruitment challenges like Cicada 3301, speculating that the channel was designed to attract cryptography or puzzle-solving talent. Still others propose that the videos contain steganographic messages, hiding sensitive information within the visuals and sounds. Of course, the more eccentric corners of the internet have their own ideas. Some theorists suggest extraterrestrial involvement, arguing that the channel's abstract content could be an attempt at communication. While these theories stretch credulity, the human-like precision behind the videos suggests a creator, or creators, driven by intent rather than randomness. Despite its disappearance, Unfavorable Semicircle remains one of YouTube's most captivating and in some way disturbing mysteries. If you have been using YouTube for long enough, you might have heard about the username 666video, a cornerstone of YouTube's creepypasta history, leaving a chilling legacy that continues to resonate. Username 666 tells a simple yet haunting story. It begins with an ordinary YouTube user stumbling upon a suspended account by typing youtube.com/666 into their browser. At first, everything seems normal. An error message appears, indicating the channel has been removed for violating the platform's policies. But as the user refreshes the page repeatedly, things take a sinister turn. The familiar YouTube interface begins to distort. Recommended videos are replaced by bizarre, incomprehensible strings of text, all dominated by the number 666. The background shifts to nightmarish imagery, and the platform's recognizable structure crumbles into chaos. Eventually, the relentless refreshing grants the user access to the cursed channel. Its videos are grotesque, filled with unsettling visuals, cryptic messages, and distorted audio. The horror escalates when the channel seems to trap the viewer, overriding browser commands. Attempts to close tabs, pause videos, or even shut down the computer fail. The climax comes when a woman in one of the videos appears to physically reach through the screen, shattering the boundary between the digital and real world. The story ends with the computer's screen going black, displaying a glitchy technical difficulties graphic. The myth of username 666 gained notoriety thanks to a video uploaded on February 26, 2008, by YouTube creator Nana825763. For 2008, the video was nothing short of groundbreaking. YouTube was still in its formative years, and its relatively simple interface lent itself well to the narrative. The video quickly went viral, captivating viewers and spreading the myth of username 666 far and wide. Adding to the creepypasta's mystique was the existence of a real YouTube account with the username 666. Long suspended, the account displayed a generic error message when visited, aligning perfectly with the story's setup. This coincidence lent credibility to the legend, as viewers speculated about the channel's past. What kind of content had it hosted? Was it truly cursed, or had its suspension been purely administrative? In 2023, after nearly 2 decades of dormancy, the channel was unexpectedly reinstated. However, it bore no resemblance to the horrifying account described in the creepypasta. Devoid of videos, profile pictures, or descriptions, the revived channel was an empty shell. The only trace of activity was a single item in its favorites playlist, an innocuous anime video from late 2005. While this revelation debunked any connection to the story's darker themes, it reignited interest in the tale, sparking discussions about its origins and enduring appeal. Clone channels emerged, mimicking the cursed aesthetic depicted in the original video. Some creators went so far as to exploit YouTube's early customization features, making their profiles appear corrupted and eerie. These continuations kept the legend alive, ensuring its place in the annals of internet horror. At its core, username 666 explores anxieties about technology, control, and the unknown. The idea of a digital platform turning against its user taps into fears of vulnerability in an increasingly interconnected world. Even years after its debut, username 666 continues to captivate audiences. In 2021, a fan-made glitch involving YouTube URLs became a viral sensation. By removing the H from the word watch in a video's URL, users were redirected to a page mimicking the creepypasta's aesthetic. This fan-made tribute included a spinning baby graphic, a nod to the unsettling imagery from Nana's original video. While it was eventually revealed to be a hoax, the glitch briefly revived interest in the legend. While it is now widely recognized as a fictional creation, the inclusion of real-world elements, like the suspension of the actual 666 channel, added a layer of plausibility that kept viewers questioning. More than a decade later, username 666 remains an iconic piece of internet folklore. But questions like, why was the original channel suspended in the first place? Why does this channel not have a username handle? And why was it reinstated after so much? Maybe We'll never get answers to those questions, and maybe we aren't supposed to know. 00390. Active since 2015, this shadowy corner of the internet seems to revel in its ability to unsettle, leaving viewers grappling with unease and endless questions. With videos boasting cryptic titles, grotesque imagery, and deeply troubling themes, the channel feels like a deliberate provocation. At first glance, 00399's videos might be dismissed as an edgy art project, but a closer look reveals something much darker. Titles like How to Transport a Semi-Unconscious Girl and From the Bar to the Basement evoke visceral discomfort before the play button is even pressed. The accompanying thumbnails are equally jarring: severed pig heads, distressed women, and abstract grotesqueries that seem ripped straight from a nightmare. Yet it is the text descriptions that truly chill to the bone. Written with unsettling precision, they offer instructions on manipulation, stalking, and even abduction. Among the most infamous videos is She is Waking Up, a chilling clip that shows a distressed woman lying motionless on the floor as a high-pitched tone screeches in the background. The description, eerily clinical, outlines a methodical process for what it disturbingly refers to as hunting women. The video's disconcerting combination of visuals and text has led to widespread speculation. Could these videos be documenting real crimes? Or are they a twisted form of performance art designed to provoke outrage and fear? Some suggest 00390 might be part of an alternate reality game, which we talked about earlier, using horror as its medium to engage and terrify audiences. But the ambiguity surrounding its purpose only deepens the mystery. Adding another layer of intrigue is the 2016 upload titled Pet Monster Forgotten Video. Initially appearing unrelated, this bizarre entry features a montage of amateur musical performances interspersed with eerie, disjointed imagery. Toward its conclusion, the video takes a darker turn, showcasing edited photographs of infamous murder victims: Regina K. Walters, Tara Calico, and Judy Dull, women whose stories are synonymous with unspeakable violence. This haunting inclusion links 00390 to a broader network. Despite its disturbing content, some argue that 00390 is an elaborate art project. A compelling lead ties 00390 to Marco Colombo, a Milan-based fashion photographer. Colombo's website directly references 00390, describing it as a social experiment meant to evoke suppressed memories and emotions. His portfolio, which includes candid street photography and images of off-duty models, mirrors the voyeuristic aesthetic of the channel. Colombo's participation in creepypasta forums further suggests a fascination with horror and storytelling. While the artistic explanation offers some context, it does little to dispel the ethical and legal concerns surrounding 00390. The covert filming of individuals without their consent, particularly when framed in such a disturbing context, raises serious questions about privacy violations and potential harm. Even if actors are used in some videos, the sheer volume of uploads featuring unaware women casts doubt on the idea that all participants are complicit. It is clear that 00390 is one of the most unsettling rabbit holes on YouTube. Its cryptic messaging, haunting visuals, and meticulous design create a uniquely unnerving experience that leaves viewers questioning the intent behind it all. Whether it is a carefully constructed art project or something far more sinister remains an open question. As always, let me know your thoughts on these in the comments. And with that, I'm out.